come down onto your back and place your hands right on top of your pelvis. So you can feel your hip bones on the edges of your palms. Your thumbs are just resting towards your belly button. Your pointer fingers are resting towards your pubic bone. And close your eyes. Good, close your eyes. And the essence or the basis of Pilates is really working from the pelvis, doing a lot of pelvic work. One of my anatomy teachers says 90% of our body's injuries are actually from this pelvic region of our body. So really, really small pelvic tilts to start. And what that looks like is you'll begin by pushing your lower back into your mat and pulling your pubic bone up towards your pointer fingers. Then go into the opposite action. So arc your lower back away from your mat. Yeah. And push your tailbone down into your mat. Right? So it feels like cat-cow, but it's really, really subtle. And when you draw your lumbar spine into the mat, you're going to feel, I hope, a little tightening of your core. And when you lift your lower back away from the floor, you'll feel the release or the softening of your core. Good. Keep going. A few more like that. And as always, we'll start to add on the breath. So as you arc your spine away from the floor, that's your exhale. As you imprint your spine into the floor, there's an inhale. Try that a few times with your breath alignment. Good. Rocking the pelvis in and out. Feels like you could do this all day, right? No, we're not going to. So let's pause here, reset the feet. So really stick your feet to the floor. I find it helps to separate your toes and pin them down. And now can you plug your lumbar spine, your lower back into the floor and start to push your pubic bone up towards those fingers. And now actually lift your whole pelvis off the floor and take your hands down beside you. As your pelvis lifts, squeeze your bum cheeks together, so much so that your quads engage, the fronts of your thighs get strong. And let's just breathe here. Inhale and exhale out through your mouth. Lots of mouth breathing today. Inhale again. Exhale, tighten your glutes, so really squeeze them together. Inhale again. Exhale. On the next inhale, lift your hips even higher. Squeeze your bum cheeks even closer. And then lower down just halfway. Inhale, pick it back up. Good. Exhale, lower halfway. That's the rhythm. You're inhaling all the way up, squeezing the glutes in, exhaling halfway. Use the strength of your bum to pull up. You're relaxing as you ease back down for 5. Good. 4. Keep breathing for 3 and 2. Last one, keep your hips up nice and high. Hold them here. Can you open your legs in to the right, to the left by 2 inches. It's so small. And then pull them back to neutral. That's the smallest movement ever. Open your legs by 2 inches and pull them back to neutral. Keep your hips lifted, glutes strong, and continue for 5. Opening and closing for 4. Good. For 3, try to keep your big toes glued for 2. Last one, open and close. Pause here, take a breath in, lift your hips higher, squeeze your glutes. That's it. Now can you drop your left hip 2 inches? Pull your hips back up through center. Drop your right hip 2 inches and pull your hips back up through center. Rocking your hips from side to side. Good. I'm going to bring you in even closer for a closer visual here. There you go. Hi, Debbie. Welcome. Rocking your hips. Let's do one more rock side to side. It's almost like you're pouring a little bowl of water off one side and then the other. And now you can lower your whole body flat onto the mat. Hug your knees into your chest and just rock from side to side. Go ahead, take a big breath in. And exhale. All right, this time, set your knees up to hip distance. Knees set up to hip distance, and let's take our arms up overhead. Take a big breath in through your nose. Now, as you exhale, tap your left heel down as you reach your right arm up alongside your right ear. And as you inhale, come back through center. Try that on the other side. Right heel lowers, left arm extends, and pull back through center. Now, keep alternating in that action from side to side. But as you do this, can you imagine that you have just put on the tightest core set? And so your entire core is, I don't even know what the word is, tucked in through center. I don't think I've ever worn a corset. TMI. So keep extending, opposite arm, opposite leg, mindful that that lower back doesn't lift up off the floor. So you're creating the neutral spine or gentle imprint here. 4, 10, and 9. Exhaling through your mouth if you get tired. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Keep your arms up, keep your legs up, screw your legs together so the inner lines of your knees are touching. Keep your arms lifted. And can you lower your right and left leg like they're one big leg over towards the right, but just hover and then pull back through center and go over towards the left in just a hover. You can always drop your arms if it's too tricky. Try that one more time on either side. This is just called side to side. It will release your lower back after that ab work. Nice, and pull back through center, drop your feet onto the floor. Let's look at our arms for a moment. Can you create cactus arms? Palms are facing up. So the palms of your hands are facing up. Your feet are flat on the floor. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, engage your core. So you feel that strong neutral spine. Inhale, lift your hands up. Now your fingers are facing the ceiling. And as you exhale, try to take your palms down onto the floor. That's it. So you're doing a little shoulder mobility work here. Take it back, rewind, right back to your starting position. Good, and then come back and try that again. So your hands might not reach the floor. Sometimes the fronts of your palms can touch the floor, but the backs can't. That's okay. Good. Perfect. And now let's take our hands alongside our body. Keep your left knee bent and kick your right leg up towards the sky. Right leg reaches up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in, push your heel to the ceiling. And as you exhale, lower your right leg all the way down to hover, bend the knee and bring it back in. Inhale, extend your right leg up. Exhale, lower it down to a hover, bring it back in. This is the action. You're just rowing or bicycling with that right leg. And to level up and make this a little more challenging, you might lift the left leg to the hover as well. So your left leg can rest here at 90 degrees while your right leg does the heavy lifting. As you do this, you will start to feel your core stabilizing. And if you don't, try to stabilize it yourself. So really think about that core setting action. You're hugging everything into your midline. That left leg can be lift or bent. Let's do 5. Good. Make the movement nice and smooth for 4. You got this. 3. Good. 2. A last one. Nice job. Lower that right leg down. Interlace your fingers in front of your left shin and hug your left shin in towards your chest. Close your eyes. Take a big breath in. And exhale there. Beautiful. Let's switch sides. So take your right foot flat on the floor. Kick your left leg up towards the sky. See, this is nice Pilates, nice relaxing Pilates. And then start to lower your left heel down to a hover, the legs in extension, bend into the knee and bring it back to center. Extend your left leg up, the foot is flexed this entire time, lower to a hover, and bring it back through center. This could be really, really easy if we didn't incorporate the core at all, right? So you could just floppily run the leg back and forth like this. But what I'm asking you to do instead, and what the whole purpose of it, Pilates, is from its very beginning, is to consider every movement you make a conscious movement, an intentional movement. So you're intentionally engaging your core as you do this. You're intentionally using strength rather than momentum. You're intentionally taking yourself to a higher level, so maybe lifting that right leg, if that feels like it's in your body's practice. Let's keep pushing through here, nice and slow, maybe even slower. 4, 5. Good, strong core. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep that left leg extended. Interlace your hands in front of your right shin. This is a nice little treat, wind relieving pose. Take a big breath in. And exhale out all of your air right there. Good. Place your feet flat on the floor again. And now take your hands and interlace your hands behind your head. Wing out your arms so your elbows are splayed out to either side. Inhale, think about tightening and engaging your core. And then as you exhale, lift your head and neck and shoulders up off the floor. When you get there, can you let your head get heavy in your hands? Let your head get heavy in your hands. Good. Lower back down. Inhale for nothing. Exhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders back up. Lower back down. Good. So this is a very typical ab crunch. Most people don't love these style of ab crunches because it's core work that often hurts the head, the neck, and the shoulders. And so I'll show you lots of different variations that might take some of that strain away. But first, can you keep doing these little crunches? And as you're doing them, imagine you had a little magnet on your pubic bone and a little magnet on your belly button, okay? And every time you come up, those magnets are attracted to one another. So they're hugging in. And every time you come down, their magnetic energy is left behind. So as you inhale, you're releasing. And as you exhale and come up, you can feel the pubic bone come towards your belly button. And I hope that that shows you that the movement doesn't actually have to be big. The intention of the movement is there instead. The next time you lift up, hold up, let your head relax into your hands even more. And let's try little tiny pulses with that visual of the magnet pulling the pubic bone towards the belly button for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, heavy in the head, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lie your head back down. Maybe flop your knees from side to side. I was at my father-in-law's house this past weekend, and he lives on a lake, and I forgot a bathing suit. And I guess she'd be my stepmom-in-law, she's in her late 60s, told me that I could borrow hers, which is a weird thing, right? Borrowing someone's bathing suit is weird. Anyways, it was a tankini, which is a new look I haven't tried out. And she told me that once you hit a certain age, you never want to show your belly. So that's why I thought we'd do Pilates, because I want to always let my belly hang out, whether it's fit or not. Let's try that again. Bring your knees up to hip height. Take your hands behind your head and let your head get heavy in your hands. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, can you extend your right leg and tap your right elbow to your left knee? The inhale pulls the right leg and the torso back through center. Exhale, extend your left leg, tap your left elbow to your knee. Inhale back through center. So bicycle crunches are a wonderful, relatively accessible way to build core strength. And we'll push through here for 10, pushing with the heel for 9, core is strong, 8, 7, good, 6, 5, keep going for 4, maybe you try it a little faster, 3, 2, and 1, brilliant. Hug your knees into your chest and just rock from side to side. Notice how nice that feels in the belly. All right, let's go for one more little exploration here. Can you bring your knees up to hip height? Bring your knees up to hip height. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. Let's start. I'll phase you into this so there's lots of levels. Let's start with our feet flat on the floor. Interlace your hands behind your head. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, curl up away from the floor. Now take your hands out in front. Reach your hands alongside your body and just start to flap your hands. Take a deep breath in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through your mouth. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe lift your legs. Same breath pattern. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe extend your legs. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You can do this. Keep with the breath. You have 10 more seconds. These are your Pilates 100s, very traditional, typical Pilates movement to build core strength for like 50 years. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Hug your knees into your chest and just rock from side to side. And you'll tap in right away to how nice that feels on the core. Good. And from here, I'd like you to roll all the way over onto your belly. Take your hands about at distance apart. Lift your heart and chest up and just catch your breath here. You could do this from your elbows too, in a place where your stomach, instead of being compressed, is really, really elongated or extended. Big breath comes in and exhale. Go ahead and lower down onto the floor. Take your hands under your head and just press your forehead down onto your hands. And just press your forehead down onto your hands. That's it. And now think about your right leg. Take a breath in. Push your pubic bone into the floor. And as you exhale, lift your right leg up, up, up until you feel something in that right glute. Lower your right leg down. The leg stays extended. Let's try the left leg. Lift it up, up, up. And lower it back down. Now, if you have really pokey frontal hip bones, you might take a blanket under your leg for these alternating leg lifts. Otherwise, you'll stay as you are. And as you do this, I want you to notice if when you come up, that leg splays out to the side. Totally fine. You're going to hit different places on the glute muscles if they come out to the side. But could you try to lift the leg directly up behind you? Good. Try to lift the leg directly up behind you. Alternating for 5. Good. 4. Nice and high until you feel your bum squish. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take a little breather. Rest your head, bend into both knees, and flop your knees from side to side. Then relax your legs. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, lift your right leg up, tiny little pulses. So instead of going all the way up and down, you're just pulsing that right heel up. We're pointing the toes, so ballerina pointing your toe here. for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Isometric hold. Hold it at the top. Breathe here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let that leg release. Rock your hips from side to side. Take a deep breath in. And a big breath out. Good. Other side. Lift your left leg up. Left leg lifts up to its highest height, and then find some little pulses here. Good. Little pulses that feel less like a bounce and more like a contained, intentional movement. Good. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top. Breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that leg down, shake out your bum, and let's push into our hands right away. Slink our hips back, child's pose. Outstretch your arms in front, take a big breath in, and exhale there. Another big breath comes in, and exhale there. Nice work. Lift up onto all fours now. Lift up onto all fours. Drop your belly down, loop your shoulders back, lift your heart and chest up, look up. Exhale, round into your upper back and look to your tummy. Cat, cow, a few reps of spinal undulations here. In and out of flexion and extension. Good. We'll move into some more familiar yogic movements called bird dog, cat cow to bird dog. Come into a neutral spine. Take your left hand directly beneath your left shoulder. Think about pulling up through your left shoulder. And now take your right hand fingers and just pinch your belly to ask it to engage. Then lift your left leg up. You're still holding onto your belly. Lift your right arm up. Good. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, tap your knee to your elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, extend. Keep going for 8. Good. 7, 6. Breathing for 5, 4. Push through for 3, 2, and 1. Reach out in both directions. Take your right arm all the way back behind you. Bend into your left leg. Maybe you can catch your foot. If not, just reach for it. If you catch it, kick the foot into the hand, lift the heart and chest, breathe in, and then breathe out. Take your right hand down. Take your left knee down. Cat cow. Drop your belly. Loop your shoulders back. Lift your heart and chest up. Opposite action. Round into your upper back. Look to your tummy. Perfection. Come back through center. Set that right hand directly beneath your armpit. Pull up through the armpit. Grab onto your belly with your left hand. Take your right leg. Reach your right leg back. Toes point towards the ground. Take your left arm, stretch it forward. Find a focal point, so look at something still. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl into your midline. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, extend. Keep moving your body in and out like you're your own machine. You're going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, hold it out, toes point down, back toes point down, reach your left arm up and over, bend into your right knee, maybe catch the foot, kick the foot away if you do, and then release your hands, release your knees, and come to sit on your bum. Good job, come to sit on your bum, place your feet flat on the floor, bum is flat on the floor, and you know what, let's just curl in and take water, maybe a few breaths here. Just give yourself a chance to recalibrate for a moment. Lift your head and neck up, spine is long. Can you extend your arms forward? Good. Really pin down through your feet. Your spine will stay long. Inhale, stretch your arms up. That's it. Exhale, lower your hands down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, lower your hands down. So this might be where you stay for the next few moments for this sequence. Or maybe you can come back through center and lean back a little further. Inhale, reach your arms up. And as you lower them down, lift back up to neutral. Inhale, arms up, lean back to a little rounded spine, about halfway down, and then come back through center. So try this out. You'll feel the fire quite rapidly through both the hip joints and the core. You're rolling up and down on the bum through a rounded spine into an extended spine. And it's okay to take that big round as you come down. Sometimes it's helpful. And then you perk right back up. Good. Let's try this movement for 10, 9. If it's causing pain in your shoulders, don't lift your arms so high. 8. Good. 7, 6. Remember, you can stay upright and just move your arms for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend your legs, fold right over your legs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Take another big breath in. And exhale. Amazing. Lift back upright. So we transition from that more fluid, mobile shape into a static Navasana or boat pose. Glue your legs together, lean back. This is phase 1. Your hands can stay right under your thighs. You might stay here. Phase 2 is to lift the knees up to hip height. Pull your shoulders back so your spine is long, long spine. Maybe phase 3 is to extend your legs forward. And if you liked that flappy stuff we did before with our hands in the Pilates 100 movement, you can do that here. But you're just finding your boat pose shape and breathing for 10. Glue your knees together. They'll keep separating, keep sticking them back together. 4, 6. Yeah, that's it. Maybe try straightening your legs now. 4, 3. Straighten them a little more for 2. And 1. Stretch them out in front of you, fold forward. Good job. Maybe rock from side to side. Lift back up. So we've done some work from our belly, from our back. We've done some work from all fours. Let's get on to our side lying stretches or side lying movements. Come to lie down on your right side and place your right hand under your head. Glue your knees together and settle your left hand to the front of your body. Now push your right hip into the floor so that there's a little space between the floor and the right side of your body. And then just start with clamshells. This will feel, I hope, like a little break from the more active muscular movement, but it builds, right? That's one of the neat things about Pilates is that sometimes you don't feel anything at all until you get to your 8th or 9th rep. And then the burn hits, and it hits hard. Let's keep pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, hold that left knee up and do tiny little pulses. I'm talking 1 inch up and down for 10, 9, 8. What happens if you engage your core? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right away, lift that left leg all the way up. Left heel, left foot lifts. Internally rotate the thigh. Tap your left knee to your right knee. Tap your left heel to your right heel. Tap your left knee to your right knee. tap your left heel to your right heel. That's the movement. We're here for 10. Nice and slow, like you're moving through molasses. There's 6. Keep breathing. 5. Good. 4. You can also lie all the way down if you don't like sitting up on your right hand. 2. On 1, lift that left leg all the way up to a hover. Straighten your left leg out. Toes are flexed, pointing towards you. Kick your left leg forward. It's on the same line as your right knee. Point your toes down. Tap your left toes to the floor. Lift them back up. That's it. Tap them down. Lift them back up. Tap them down. Lift them back up. There it is. Right in your side glute. 4, 10. Breathing. 9. 8. Good. 7. 6. 5. You've got this. 4. 3. 2. On 1, take that left leg back to its hover. Extend your right leg out. This is kind of funky. Extend your right leg out. Lift your right leg up off the floor to kiss your left leg, right? It feels a bit wobbly. Take your right foot down and lift it back up to your left leg. Okay, so you can do that. Lift your right leg and lower. Tap on the hip, right? Or maybe what would happen if you tried to lower both and lift both back up. Woo, you're using that left hand to help balance. This is where a blanket in the center of your mat always comes in handy. Try that one more time. Good, and then bend into your knees. Roll your chest open. So keep both knees over to the right. Open your heart, your chest, and a big spinal twist and look over your left fingers. Might even feel good to bend into your left knee and take the left big toe with your peace fingers. Kick that foot forward and get into all of that juicy IT band, TFL. Good, good, good long lateral lines of work here. Release that left leg, come on to your back and take your left ankle across your right thigh, thread the needle. You can interlace your hands behind your right shin or in front of it. Keep your left foot flexed. Close your eyes. 5 full breaths here. Nice work. Take your feet flat onto the floor and flip over onto the other side. I'm going to spin all the way around so you can see. On your left side now, we'll start with those clamshells, but first set yourself up. So hand onto the head or onto the upper arm if that's nicer for your body. Your knees are bent and stacked, and those heels are in one long line with your hips or your bum. Right hand is your anchor. Let's zip up through that left side of the body so we can catch some air underneath the left side body. And then we just start opening and closing our thighs. This feels very Jane Fonda every time I teach it. Open and close your thighs. When I was growing up, my mom got really into Taebo. I don't know if any of you remember Taebo, but there was this fitness instructor named Billy Blanks, and he was super, super strong and super intense. And my mom was none of those things. And she would be in our living room every day doing these really loud, wild, kind of like boxing exercises. And he would say double time or triple time, and then you'd have to do it double time, super fast. And so we're going to go into double time mode here. As you open that top leg up, can you do those little pulses super fast without wiggling and wobbling too much? And then try to do your little pulses triple time. So even faster. That's it for 10, 9, do you feel that? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lift that whole leg up and let's tap the knees and tap the heels. Tap your knees and tap your heels. Find your pace, understand the movement, and then do it double time. So you're gonna go a little faster. We're making Billy Blanks proud. A little faster, and maybe there's space to do that triple time. Might feel like your leg is turning into steel here. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, you've got this, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Kick that leg all the way out. Kick your top leg all the way out. Let's bring it in the same line as your bottom leg. Point your toes down and tap, lift up. That's it. Tap, lift up. Okay, double time, up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, triple time for 5, 4, faster for 3, 2, and 1. And then take that right leg out, reach your left leg out, glue your feet together. Lift the right leg up, lift the left leg up to meet it, lower just the left leg. Use your right hand to help. We're not doing this triple time because we'll fall over. Lower and lift, just your bottom leg is moving here. If you're feeling really bold, maybe glue your legs together and try to move both, but if that super duper hurts your hip bone, don't bother. For 3, good, for 2, and 1. Nice job. Bend your knees in, open your arms wide, find that big spinal twist. You're peering over your right arm here. And just like we had the option on the other side, you might stretch your right leg all the way over, catch your big toe with your peace fingers. Oof, that's a big stretch. Breathe here. Collapse everything back through center, come over onto your spine and take your right ankle across your thigh, interlace your hands behind your left thigh or in front of the shin. You're in thread the needle for 5 nice good breaths. Release your legs long on your yoga mat. Stretch your arms up overhead. Make sure you have lots of space. So your body's in this big X shape, arms overhead, legs down below. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, can you lift up your right arm and your left leg? Your head could come too. See if you can touch them and lower back down. Try that on the other side. See if you can tap left hand to your right leg. These are called X lifts. And what you're doing is cross diagonal movement in your body. So you're working these spiral lines of tension. Let's try this for 3 and 2. Last one. Good. And now can you take your right leg, lift it up and cross it all the way over your left ankle. Cross your right leg all the way over your left ankle. Keep that right hip piercing down into the floor. Move your head, neck, and shoulders over towards the left. Take your left hand across your right wrist and reach here. So your body, I hope, is in like a little crescent moon shape. Hips are glued to the floor. Hips are glued to the center of your mat, while your feet and your arms and head and shoulders are all going towards the left corners of your mat. Try to relax your bum so you can really absorb the stretch that's happening through the right side of your body. You can, of course, release the grip in your hand if it's too much. You can unbind your feet if it's too much. We're here for about a whole minute. A whole minute. Good. Take 3 more breaths through that right side of your body. Bend into your right knee, bend into your left knee. Readjust your body back through center, and you might want to just stay still or maybe rock your knees from side to side. But eventually, before we transition, we'll take a shape called constructive rest. So bring your feet mat distance apart and let your knees fall into each other. Place your hands either on your belly or alongside your body. You can yawn here. We're easing out of the intensity. All of the hardest things are done. Shuffle your hips over towards the left. Take your right leg down, point it right towards the right corner of your yoga mat, and then stack your left ankle on top of your right ankle. Reach your arms up, move your head, neck, shoulders, and arms over towards the upper right corner of your yoga mat. And let's just start by catching the left wrist with our right hand. Only so that you can really feel that shearing, that pulling of tissue on the left side of your body. If that's too much on your shoulder joint, you just release the grip on the hands or the feet. If it's too much in your lower back, maybe slide something underneath your lower back or unbind the legs. Taking that left leg off will take away some of the extension in your lower back. And then there's a minute to just chill here. Enjoy. Take 3 more big breaths. Your body can seep back through center, bend your knees as you go there. And then flatten your feet on the floor with your knees bent. Lift your hips up. Give yourself a little hip release. Take your hands, interlace them under your spine. Relax and then extend and engage your glutes. Lift them even higher. Take a big breath in. Exhale, ripple it all down onto the floor. Squish your knees in towards your chest and just rock from side to side. If you're conveniently close to a wall, you can take your legs and reach them up and lean them against a wall. If you're not close to a wall, just reach your legs up towards the sky. You can use a little muscular work to hold them there. Otherwise, your legs can go up towards the wall. This will give your lower back a much needed release after all that core work. Again, the alternative is you're just floating your legs in the air. Same thing, a little more strenuous. 10 breaths here. If legs up the wall feels really good, feel free to stay there, only if you're using a wall. Don't stay there if your legs are just dangling in space. Otherwise, come down into final Shavasana, corpse pose. We'll take 2 minutes just to release here. Ever so slowly, start bringing movements into your fingers and your toes. Your head can rock side to side. Your eyes might blink open. And take a deep breath in. Stretch your arms way up overhead. Stretch long through your toes. Exhale to side. Bend into both knees. Roll over onto your side. And come all the way up to sit. When you get to seated, take your left hand down onto the floor, stretch your right arm up and over towards the left. Push both sit bones down, take 3 deep breaths here. Lift up through center, tilt right over to the other side. 3 breaths. Come back up through center. Take your hands out onto the floor in front of you. Walk forward and just fold down. Let your head curl in. 3 breaths. Patiently pick yourself back up. When you get up, pick your shoulders up. Great big shoulder rolls in both directions now. Let the shoulders soften, tuck your chin to your chest. You guessed it, head circles, head rolls around. 2 in each direction. Close your eyes, place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Set an intention for yourself for your week. What is something you'd like to achieve? Maybe let go of? Press your hands deeper into your body like you're stamping that intention into yourself. Inhale. Exhale, your hands come together at heart center. Bow your head into your hands. Thank you for your practice.